Welcome to the Thriving Artist Podcast, where we share strategies and support for artists to thrive.
We know that the art world can feel like a lonely place, and we want to provide a network of support, impactful strategies, and an abundance of encouragement to help you grow your authentic art career.
We're your hosts. I'm Jamie Smith.
And I'm Kaylan Butine, and we are also the co-founders of the Thrive Together Network, a community of female and non-binary identifying artists and artists who are caregivers.
We truly believe in community over competition, and we're so glad you're here. Enjoy this episode.
Welcome to this episode of the Thriving Artist Podcast. We are so glad you're here. I'm Kaylan Butine, one of your hosts, and I use the Self-Employed app by QuickBooks, where I log my business expenses and my income so that I have more time not to worry about my numbers.
And I'm Jamie Smith. I'm your second host, and I have tracked my income for years now. And I just find it's so amazing, the power of numbers, what it can tell me about my life. It's something I just didn't understand for a long time. So I started my money journey years ago, and it's taken me a long time to build these habits. And now, after working with hundreds of artists over the years to set their financial goals and learn their numbers, it's something that I really believe in. And it's why we're spending so much time talking about these things. And of course, it's in the business planning course that we're launching on TTN. It can be a really loaded topic for people, not just artists, humans. Money is hard. And the hard part is that we kind of can't avoid it. We live in a capitalistic society. And whether we love that or not, it's the way it is. And we need money to survive. We also need money to thrive in today's world. So it is important. We can't avoid it forever. It can feel very overwhelming, but what we are trying to sort of gently nudge you in the direction of knowing is that your numbers are also part of this artistic practice that you're building. And they can be creative and they can be really guiding factors in your life. So what do we mean, Kaylan, when we're asking people to know their numbers?
Yeah, so this is a term, as Jamie mentioned, that we say often, know your numbers. And what we actually mean by that is know your business numbers. Know what money is flowing in and out of your business on a daily, monthly, quarterly, yearly basis. And this whole episode, we're going to share 4 reasons for why we think you should know your numbers. And in next week's episode, we're going to share tangible tactics for how you can know your numbers, some strategies for figuring out that information. So our first reason for why artists should know their numbers is because we want you to take a day off. That's probably not where you thought we were going to go at from the start. But our dream for you is that you know what money you have in your bank account. You have this foundational knowledge of your business. You know how much money is coming in and going out and how much you need to survive and thrive in the world. And when you have that knowledge, that will help you feel empowered so that you are secure in making good decisions about how you spend your time and how you spend your money in your business. And that security will help you build a structure so that you can take some time off. So you can take a day or a week or a whole month, maybe in the summer, like we try to do for yourselves. Maybe you're a long way off from this scenario, but it isn't necessarily the day off that we want you to focus on. It's just the feeling of knowing your numbers and allowing that feeling and that knowledge to help you make decisions for yourself and specifically how you spend your time. That calm that dreams are made of. Yes.
When I, really decided to focus on my money life, which I hadn't been for a long time, I was actually afraid of knowing the numbers because I felt that I would live in this fear all the time because I know the reality of my bank account. I really thought it'd be the opposite of a calm feeling. And what I realize now, and I've realized this in a lot of aspects of my life, the unknown is actually far more crippling than the reality, because the reality we can deal with. The reality we can start to make a plan, we can build community, we can build support systems that will help us. The unknown is just this soup, this shadow space that is really, really hard. It's a waiting room of the unknown. And so there's definitely been times where my bank account has been low, and there still are times like this, and I don't get my day off, but at least I know what I'm working towards, and rather than just this nebulous unknown. So I feel like I'm able to set goals that are based on the money that is real, that is either in there and that I need. So I feel like it's a way to take your power back. And I really believed that it would be worse knowing. And I can tell you from experience that calm, it takes a while to get there, but it really starts with knowing the truth of things.
Yeah. And that calmness is kind of, again, built from that power, that knowledge that you get. So speaking of that power, I'll move us on to our second reason why we want artists to know their numbers. And that is because we want you to be able to say no. What we mean by that is that when you know where you stand financially, when you have that foundation, that knowledge, you're able to make better decisions for yourself and your art career and for how you spend your time. You are given the power to say yes to real opportunities that may grow your art career and your art practice. And you also are given the power to say no to things that might drain you or that you may not have the time or resources to give to that opportunity this month or this year, right? When you don't know your numbers, it's really easy to panic and say yes to things that might not bring you a lot of gain financially, or just that don't bring you a lot of joy as an artist.
Reminds me so much of a conversation I had with my studio mate, Rebecca Chaperone. She's an awesome artist. You definitely should check her out. And we talked about the art world and all these opportunities that can come into your life, and it's so exciting. And then often, and sometimes, these actually distract from the important work of making or of actually investing time in your business. And so she kind of coined the phrase that I loved was distract-itunities. And they're sort of, they're actual distractions dressed in opportunities clothes. And I think when you're in this panic, you're on the hamster wheel of, I need more income. And you don't feel in this calm, in this place of power and center. It's so easy to collect these distract-itunities. And at the end, it's so dissatisfying because you're not ahead. You're not any further. You're just busy. And that I feel it. I'm there. I get it.
Oh,
Busyness is one of those things.
I have been so tricked by this in the past. I love that distract-itunity sounds a little loony, like Looney Tunes. It's like just the chaos of the Looney Tune distracting you and kind of causing that chaos. It's just like such a great word. I love that, Rebecca. Especially when I'm operating in this place of scarcity or fear when I don't have the knowledge, that's when I'm more easily tricked by distract-itunities.
I know. It's fun to say, right?
Yes, it is.
Hello, amazing artists. Jamie here with a quick note. Kaylan and I are so excited to share that we are launching DIY courses on the TTN network. We want members to have access to the knowledge they need to thrive. I'm especially excited as I will be sharing my popular class, the Business Planning for Artists course, on the network. This is made up of video content that you can work through at your own pace. And because I truly believe in community, there of course is a network group, and this is where members can connect, ask questions directly to me. I am here to help. I have taught this course many times over the years. I have helped countless artists create a business plan to help them thrive. And this TTN course is an accumulation of everything I have learned. There are new video lessons, there's the business plan PDF, financial money tracker spreadsheet, community prompts, and more. The course is $90 and you will leave with a full business plan to help you guide you throughout your year ahead or wherever you're at in your business cycle. You will learn strategies and systems that you can stick to for your entire career. Seriously, this is a tool that you can use over and over again. So get ready to create a vision for your business, get clear on your why, price your offerings, get your financials organized. You will map out sales targets for each month and plan a marketing strategy that gets you there. Finally, at the end, we're going to create a full roadmap with action steps to guide you throughout the next months of your business or the next year. This course is useful no matter where you are as an artist. If you are full-time as an artist, this business plan is going to help you get a path to move forward, kind of give you that plan you might be craving. If art is your side hustle, this is going to help you move that towards your goals, whatever those may be. The strategies and tools can support you at any stage of your career, and they're going to help boost you to the next. So hop on the network, and under the courses tab, you will be able to purchase the Business Planning for Artists course right away and get started. I can't wait to help you grow and thrive as an artist. So our third reason why you should know your numbers is that so you can give, which I love this one, because when we know how we stand financially, we know what our capacity is at and we know what we're able to give.
Yeah, and giving, I know so many generous artists, right? And we often think of giving as something that is monetary, but as artists, we give of our time, we give our work. We're always asked to do things, and maybe to a fault, maybe we need to work on some boundaries around that. And when we do give, we often gain things in return that are not necessarily financial, right? You gain things like networking, like mentorship, exposure, you build relationships. But when we don't know our financial numbers, when we don't have this knowledge as our foundation, we can actually become distracted and give too much. We then feel like we're being taken advantage of. And something that I, struggle a lot with, this word resentment often comes up, right? Because I don't feel like I'm getting the return that I wanted. I'm just giving, and not really seeing sort of the results of that, or feeling like it was for a good cause, or maybe I justified it. And so then I get resentment that builds up. And we really want giving to feel good for you. We don't want you to feel so burnt out that you feel like you can't give. And so having, the support and the structure of your numbers, of knowing what's going on in your life and taking stock, and really understanding what's happening in your business can help you actually show up for other people and to give in a way that truly feels good and joyful for you.
Mm-hmm. And with that sense of giving and capacity, to me, is the word presence comes to mind, and being able to be present. It's really hard to be present when you're worrying about money. And so, not to say knowing your numbers is going to solve, financial difficulty, but it is kind of that first step for you. Again, it's this empowerment feeling, this feeling that you can make a plan. And then I think there's a comfort and a presence in thinking, I know the reality, but I know my next steps.
Yeah.
And that can allow you then to go and be present for the people around you. So we are already at our final reason. There's so many, but our final one for this episode of why artists should know their numbers. And this one is my favorite. And Kaylan, you're going to like this
it's my
one.
favorite. It's celebration.
Celebrate, which is so hard to do when you're feeling very stressed and on the hamster wheel of money.
Absolutely. When we know our numbers, we can set realistic and strong goals that have real ways for them to be measured. If you need to sell 5 paintings at $500 each, and you do that, you receive that $2,500. And once you have that money in your account, we want you to celebrate it, right? Take stock. Even if you needed $3,000 and you got $2,500, that is still such a big win, right? Again, think about the mindset, think about the abundance, really celebrate the work that you're doing. Real numbers that reflect your true expenses and your income each month will help you feel more empowered in your art business and in your life in general. And that empowerment can help you notice, help you be present. That was such a great word to bring up in this conversation, Jamie, so that you can take stock and celebrate all the things that you're doing. We want artists in our community and in the art world who are making lots of money. We want to celebrate you, and we want you to celebrate yourselves and your own successes, whether that means that you have a lot of money in your bank account or you have a little. We just want you to take stock, feel empowered, know your numbers, and really celebrate all you're doing to be a thriving artist, because it's a lot. You're doing a lot.
You're doing a lot and you're doing it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this and you're feeling a bit lost, don't know where to start, honestly, all you have to do is start. I know that sounds easy and you're going to come up with all the excuses because your mind is going to say, no, stay safe in this unknown place, in this waiting room before you're ready to move forward and become someone new. And money is going to be a big part of that tool. So if you're feeling lost and you don't know where to start by tracking in an app or a spreadsheet. I'm a big fan of just doing it manually of what you spent. You could even start this month. We always recommend, start the month before to kind of get going. But honestly, it can be a piece of paper by your computer right now. It's just starting to see that money is coming in, money is coming out, and then you can start building on that. Of course, if you want guidance and you want more literal step-by-step on how to do this, that is all in the Business Planning for Artists course on TTN. And I made you a spreadsheet. And I know that's going to sound scary, but it's very easy. It's very useful. And again, very practical to keep this going month over month.
Yes. So thank you for joining us today. As always, we are here for you. We are cheering you on, and we really believe in the work that you are doing as thriving artists in the world. Thank you.